So we are live here with the 10-time drag racing champion, Rickey Gadson. So he went to Valley Run 2014 and he met you in person. And he said that you mentioned quite a revolution coming up for Kawasaki, for the Kawasaki stable soon, and that you made a point that the ZX14 was just the beginning. Oh boy. And the final part of the question, he says, is the H2 the answer? And I know you can't really say much about that, but that is his question.
Yeah, I was in India at the time. The Valley Run was in India when I set the record over in India. And yeah, I did speak about the ZX14R was just the beginning. And yes, I was referring to the H2. So the H2 is going to be coming out soon, and it's going to revolutionize the motorcycle industry, period. It'll be basically the Bugatti of motorcycles. So if there was ever a dagger to put in the competition's heart, the H2 is going to be that dagger.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that. I think Rickey Gadson was very, very clear on what he said there, and it's kind of going in line with my expectations as well. So,
the name of the motorcycle should be the H2 exclamation point.
From one of my loyal subscribers, really cool guy. He's into drag racing as well. CTAC Assassin. He says. And I assume assassin means he assassinates people on the racetrack. I'm just assuming. I don't know if that's what it means or not. But he says he wants to know if do you believe that the 4th generation ZX10 will break the record of BMW's 212 mile per hour in the standing mile set by Val. How long? Oh, okay. Let's one at a time. So
I don't know of that record. I actually have the standing start mile. My nephew riding my motorcycle that we set 3 years ago in Loring, Massachusetts at 206 miles an hour on a ZX10, on a 4th gen ZX10. That was and is to this day, to my knowledge, the fastest 1,000cc motorcycle out there. Even unless something's happened recently that I don't know about. And Valerie Thompson, you're showing me right now, Texas Mile. I didn't know about that record there, but we had it before that, and I assume that record can be gone after with the 1,000 because with the ZX10 because we went 206 with a production stock bike. I remember this bike that Valerie rode. KWS built that motorcycle, built that motor. So if someone puts the effort into a 1,000 ZX10R, I believe that it's a very good possibility that record can be shattered.
All right, so let's see what the next question is here. How long are your classes? And do you have any events in the near future near Chicago?
The classes are 3 days long. I used to have a class in Chicago, actually, my drag racing school. But the classes are long. The first day is all about the starting line and getting off the starting line as quick as possible, teaching you clutch and throttle coordination. So it's a 3-day class, and am I going to be in Chicago anytime soon? That's something I can't answer. Things come up on my schedule like daily, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, so that question is done, and now we have. Oh boy. More H2 questions. Oh boy, they want to know the secrets. So I have a question from Sean Malanfi. Okay, sorry for messing that up there. He says, is it true that there will be a race version of the H2 or just one version?
Where did he hear that from? We'll see, I guess. I can't answer that question.
That's a crazy question. I don't know who these people are talking to, where they're getting this information from. I see these
it's all over the internet. What I can say is whatever version that they come out with, you will think it's a race version because it'll be faster than anything ever made on two wheels.
I don't know if you saw, I did a video recently because there have been these fake photos floating around. I already confirmed for people that those are actually some fake photos floating around. So there's so many rumors floating around about this new Ninja. But you know, we are all very excited about what this bike is going to be like. So you know, that's natural. That stuff's going to happen. Like this one, I saw this photo, and I'm just like.
That's an R6 that's mocked up to look like a Kawasaki with some Honda stuff in it and everything. That's not the motorcycle at all.
I looked at this. It looks too plain. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna make this is gonna be the flagship bike from Kawasaki. There's no way it's gonna look like that.
You're right. It looks like a Honda, right?
Yeah, and it's just too. It looks like a regular bike, and this is not represent like this is the thing. You know, it's gonna represent the brand. And I know it's going to be, whatever it is, it's probably going to be at a decent price point. So people are, to pay that kind of money and it's just for the numbers, I think they're also going to want a visual presentation as well. And my take on it is, if you look at the latest Ninja Z1000, 2015, that I think is, you know, not saying it's going to look like that, but my thing is, if you look at how aggressive the styling on this is and how bold for Kawasaki to, you know, design a bike like this, you know, which, you know, some people may, you know, it's kind of maybe a love it or hate it type of thing. I don't think that a company that designs a bike like this is going to come out with an H2, the flagship bike, and have it look like an R6. I mean, come on, you know.
I promise you, there's nothing that looks like it. It won't look like anything that's currently out. You'll think, oh, maybe it looks a little bit like this. Maybe I could see maybe a little bit. This bike, nothing that Kawasaki's ever built has looked anywhere near like this. So people are taking ZX10s and mocking them up and saying that this is the new H2, and that's not the case at all. These speculation is very high right now, and I believe that is Kawasaki's intent, and they're doing a great job with leading people on and sending out these teaser videos, and people are inboxing me, emailing me, calling me like daily, like by the dozens at a time, asking me for insight on the H2, and you know, it's very, very, this motorcycle, I thought the 14R was anticipated, highly anticipated, but this brings a new level to high anticipation for a motorcycle, and it is absolutely for good reason. I don't believe anyone who's looking for power or a different type of motorcycle is going to be disappointed. So I applaud Kawasaki for the way that they're doing it, the way they're handling things, and I can't wait for you guys to see what they've got under wraps.
Nice. All right, so let's see what other question we have here. A lot of forums are speculating over the videos posted of H2. A lot of rumors spreading. Thanks for answering. Says Sean Malan. I'm sorry, guys. Sean M. Let's leave it at Sean M. So he's thanking you for the response. What do you think? This is from CTAC Assassin. What do you think of 2008 ZX14 with a concourse transmission Do you think that would be optimal for great acceleration? So I guess putting a concourse transmission in a 2008 ZX14.
Well, I don't see that there's any problem with the acceleration of the 2008 ZX14 now. In 2006, when the ZX14 first came out, I went and tested and here's another thing that's really good about my job. I get to actually ride these motorcycles and test them before anybody's ever even seen them or anybody even knows that they're coming out. So I get to do my own comparison test. So when I go on certain forums and I tell them that this motorcycle is the real deal, it's funny that some people question me because I've ridden all of them. And the 2008 was the second generation of the ZX14, and they made some changes in that model having to do with the crank weight, the weight of the crank, the inertia of the crank and everything. And there's no acceleration problems at all with the ZX14. So I don't know how putting a concourse transmission in it is going to help, or why would you need it to help, because it's not lacking in horsepower or torque.
Okay, so we're going to have to start wrapping things up here. So again, if you guys have any questions and you want them answered, you got to go and click on the question and answer module. Otherwise, we're going to miss out on your questions because we're running out of time here. And the time for me to copy them over is just going to take too much time here. So let's try. I see there's a question from Mark Johnson. So I'm going to try and copy that into the event here. So in the meantime, actually, you know what? In the meantime, can you tell us what you're working on right now? You have any projects you're working on?
I absolutely have. When do I not have any projects that I'm working on? Absolutely. I'm in the middle of a big launch, a big U.S. launch for the H2 with Kawasaki. I've been to Japan and ridden this motorcycle last year, and now they're gonna launch the motorcycle first in Germany at Intermot next week, and they're going to do a soft launch of it here, what we call a soft launch of it here the following month, a couple weeks later, and then.
Is that in Daytona?
No, it won't be in Daytona. It'll be in Orlando at the AIM Motorcycle Expo. But we're working on a lot of marketing stuff with this new H2. Right now, that's the primary focus of Kawasaki. They have other, and let's not forget the new 2015 ZX14R marks the 30th anniversary of the Ninja, and these motorcycles, the ZX14 as well as the ZX10R, we have 30th anniversary editions, or they have 30th anniversary editions, and the 14, what's very unique about that is the 14 is the replica of the 1984 model, the very first Ninja, which was launched in 1984. So it comes out with the red and kind of gray and gold color scheme of the 1984 Ninja. And what's really unique about that is that they are only making 300 of the anniversary edition ZX14Rs, and they will all be badged from number 1 to 300. So only 300 lucky Kawasaki owners will own the 30th anniversary edition ZX14R.
Wow.
I want everybody to know that this motorcycle is going to be a very, very limited production, H2. They won't be around in 3 or 4 years to get a used bike. So if you're planning to be the owner of the Bugatti, you know, a lot of guys wait, like I used to wait when I bought my leftover. If you try this theory with the H2, you'll be left holding the bag, and these bikes will probably be worth a lot more in 20 years because of the very limited run that they're doing.
Okay, so I have a special question from a moto vlogger, he's growing very rapidly right now. 6 foot four Honda. 6 foot four Honda. He was gonna try to make it on this call, but he works the night shift, so unfortunately he wasn't able to join. But anyway, congratulations on your subscribers. If you guys are looking for a great moto vlogger, he's up to 46,000 subscribers right now. 6 foot four Honda. And his question for you is, he wants to know. I think we answered the first part of his question, which is how did you get into drag racing? But he also wants to know how to make a day career out of it. So basically, how to go from, just drag racing for fun and the weekends or whatever to actually making it a career, like you're gonna do this for a living. How do you make that transition?
How did I make the transition, or is he asking?
He's asking for recommendations on how to make that happen.
I don't know. It's almost like, I tell you what it's like to me. It's like coming out of high school and going directly into the NFL or going directly into the NBA. There's no path for that because that really hasn't been done much. So what's happened for me in my career has been me being in the right places at the right time in the very beginning, and then establishing myself once I got there. So to tell him like a path on what he should do to turn his hobby into a career is going to be quite difficult, except just keep at it. Just keep at it, and hopefully he's the best at what he does, and he will get someone like a scout will actually discover him.
So Mark Johnson wants to know, how far along are you on your dad's bike restoration, and are you going to see it? Are you going to see it on a cafe racer? I don't know what he means by that. Maybe
Cafe racer episode. I know what he's talking about.
Okay. All right, understood.
I'm working.
And he says, how about a documentary of your accomplishments in drag racing and your life in general? Ah, is he paying?
As far as my dad's bike goes,